Hi guys, welcome back to the beauty statement. Today I'm going to be showing you the current products that I have been using and I have been loving and why, and also be recreating this look. So if you like it, please continue watching. So I already washed my face and I already put moisturizer on it. So next up we're going to be using primer. This has been my go-to primer for now. I have very dry skin, so by using this primer it gives me moisture, which is what I need, and it's also very sticky primer, and when you put the foundation on, it sticks pretty well on it. So I like my primer to to sit down on my skin for a few minutes while I do my eyebrows. So for eyebrows, what I have been loving is this iconic makeup wax. So what I usually do with the wax is that I brush my eyebrows first and then just fill them in. This wax, you can use it with or without the water. I like to use it without the water. Okay, so after I have already brushed my eyebrows, I know it looks crazy a little bit right now, but you're gonna see what I do, which is pretty easy. Next up, I'm gonna use the Goof Proof brow pencil from Cosmetics. This has been my go-to. I really didn't think that Cosmetics was that much because, you know, I used to use Anastasia and Kat Von D. But they're really good. And you don't need to buy a brush separate from this to do your eyebrows. You can just use the pencil and that will be enough. So what I do is that I outline the bottom of my eyebrow and just like really stack the pigment there. You do the same with the other one. Okay. So now that the pigment is right there on the bottom of my eyelashes, I take the spoolie and then just brush the product upwards. So when I'm done with that, I just clean the remaining product of my eyebrows, like on this side and on the bottom with a cotton swab. So I'm gonna take the spoolie again and then just brush the excess of the eyebrows off. Then I take another cotton swab and then just take the remaining product from the top of my eyebrows. Okay, and this is how my eyebrows look at the end. Okay, so then I'm gonna go with foundation. I have been loving this Morphe 2 foundation. I use the color in Hint of Caramel. I have been loving this because this is a really light coverage foundation. I wasn't used to having light coverage foundation, but the thing is that because I have dry skin, I tend to put moisturizer, a really oily moisturizer, then the primer, which is very sticky. So if you put like a medium to full foundation, like it just gets heavy in your face, and on the summer it just becomes cakier. So I wanted to use the Morphe 2 foundation to see how it will look on my face and to see if I liked it. Now I have been trying this for like a while now. My bottle is almost empty and I love the results on it. So I'm just gonna put a few on the back of my hand. And with my Juno sponge, I'm just gonna tap it all over my face. And then just when I go over my eyebrows, I try to do that as carefully as possible so that I don't mess up what I have already done. And I don't know if you can notice that I'm not going for my eyes right now. I'm not gonna put foundation on my eyelids or anything like that because I want to do like a bright color eye. So by putting in foundation, it's just gonna make it make my eyelids oily, and then the product is gonna crease on my eyelids, and we don't want that. Okay, so for next, I'm gonna be putting concealer, and I have been loving ever since it came out, this concealer. This is Too Faced Born This Way. This is a medium to full concealer, and I just love it. It really just does stay there. It does not crease my eyes, and I have been using it since forever. I don't know if you guys have seen my clips, but every single time I use makeup, I always go for this concealer. I have tried more concealers and I have more concealers, but I just feel like it doesn't work the way this one does. Okay, so next I have two translucent powders that I have been loving. But I use them for two different things. And the reason as to why, because I feel like translucent powder are more for like brightening. Well, I use it for brightening my under eyes. And the one that I've been loving is Milk Makeup, the translucent powder, and this is what I use to set my under eyes. Now the other translucent powder that I have been loving is from Givenchy. Now this translucent powder, I don't know if you guys could tell, has different colors. Now these are for like color correcting and stuff like that, and you can use them on your under eyes to brighten, because that's the purpose for the colors. But the thing about this is that for some reason when I put them under my eyes, I feel like it doesn't brighten as much as I want. But the one thing that it does is that it blurs my pores away, and it blurs them pretty nicely. So what I do is that I use the Milk foundation only for my under eyes because I want to brighten them. And then I use the rest of the powder. I use the Givenchy powder to put it on my smile lines. So I do first the Milk powder, and then I just do it on under my eyes. I'm gonna try to really pack it there because we're gonna be using bright color eyeshadows, and I don't want any fallout to go into my makeup. Then I'm gonna take the Givenchy powder that I have already mixed together. Then I'm just gonna put it on my smile lines. So I forgot to put powder on my chin, so I went ahead with the makeup powder and put it on my chin with Milk Makeup. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing the eyes, and I want to do the eyes first before putting my contour, because I just think it's easier. I'm gonna be using the Nikkie Tutorials x Beauty Babe palette, and because I really want bright colors, I will be using the Jeffree Star white concealer. I'm gonna take my little brush, a concealer brush, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit and put it on my eyes. Now that I feel like I have already put the product where I want it, so I'm gonna take a flat brush, and then I'm gonna be putting Amsterdam. Okay, now that I feel like the color has been packed nice and even, I'm gonna take a small blending brush, and I'm just gonna buff again the edges. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So the second eye is done. Now I am going to brush away all the powder that I have been, all the baking powder that I have on my face. Now another product that I have been loving is the One Size Beauty Makeup Removing Spray. I like the spray better than the towelettes, and I do have the towels here. I feel like the towels don't clean well enough without the spray. I feel like the towels by itself are really dry and they don't clean as much as a regular Neutrogena towel would. I mean, I like the texture of the towel and everything. It's really nice and it's big enough to remove the makeup. But the thing is that it's not humid enough to remove the makeup by itself. And I have seen a lot of influencers that use the spray first and then remove the makeup with the wipes. And I feel that the combo was made because of that reason, because the makeup towelettes don't clean enough without the spray. But the spray, I love it because you see this little fallout that I have here. I could just put a little bit of spray on my little swab and then just lightly take it. That's why I have been loving this spray, because it helps me to do what I want to on those little details without ruining the rest of my makeup. Now for the bottom, I'm going to be using this color from the Norvina Palette. So I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to dip it first in a 2. Then take a smaller brush like this, a flat one, and then just blend on the outer corners. This is how the eyes look. And now for the highlight, I will be using Givenchy Highlight. My first go-to highlighter used to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Emerezi. But I mean, it was just a limited edition one, so you can't buy that anymore. And I decided to go for like to try out more highlighters, and the only one that I have been liking so far is this Givenchy one. Now I will be doing contour. First I want to do my nose. Now I have been using this foundation powder from Tilbury. I bought this thinking that I was going to be using, you know, as a foundation powder, but the thing is that even though it's a light color, it was a little too dark. So I have been using this as a bronzer, like a natural looking bronzer for my nose. So for bronzer, I will be using Hoola and the color Caramel. Okay, now with my jawline, since it's not existing, I have to draw it. It's there, it's there. Now that everything has been blended, let's go with blush. Now for blush, I have been loving this Kevin Aucoin. I don't know how you say it, but yeah, anyways, this one. I'm gonna take this angled brush as well, and then what I do is that I go back and forth picking in the product, and then I'm gonna put it from here to here. Now before I put the highlighter on, I like to set my face. Before, my go-to setting primer would be the Cover FX on matte, but the thing is that Sephora stopped selling them, so I have to buy it from Cover FX. But the thing is that I didn't really want to pay the shipping, and also I had to purchase more stuff on Sephora, so I was like, do I really need it that bad? So I decided to get the Urban Decay Ultra Matte. But the thing is that the Urban Decay, when you set your face on it, it leaves the white spots of the matte effect on your face. And I really hate that because the spritzy bottle is not as fine enough. You can even see the little white dots. You see that? Those are the white dots that make the matte effect on your face. So I didn't like it. So I saw that Milk brought in a new primer. The Milk Hydro Setting Spray. And I thought for a moment, you know, because it doesn't specifically say that it's mattifying. So I was like, I don't really like dewy skin because it makes me look oily. And I know I have dry skin, but I still don't want to look oily. So I decided on buying it and just trying it on. So I got it. What you do is that you really shake it in there, and then you set it. And what surprised me is that when this dries, it looks matte. And the spritzy bottle sprays the liquid in your face so fine that you don't have those little white spots that the Urban Decay will leave. So you're gonna see that when I finish setting, it's gonna be matte. I mean, it's gonna give you a little glow. I'm not telling you it's gonna be like crazy matte, but still, when I put my face mask on, like it doesn't leave any product on the mask. That's how good it is. So I have been loving the setting spray. Now, before I finish drying, I like to put my highlighter on because I like that little grip that the setting spray gives it. So I'm gonna go on with my Givenchy highlighter and then just apply it. And for eyelashes, I have been loving the Bold Face Makeup lashes. This is from the Epic collection, and this is the original. So guys, I just want to share with you guys the perfume that I have been using right now, which is Clean. And this is the scent on Radiant Nectar. I like really fruity and floral fragrances that are really light because I have a sensitive nose and I can't take really sweet smells. I like light smells, and I have been loving this. So I also wanted to share with you guys because since I'm sharing my current favorites, I thought you might as well like wanted to know, in case you guys wanted to know. So yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it, and if you recreate this look, please tag me on Instagram so that I can repost your look on my stories. If you liked it, don't forget to give a thumbs up on this video, leave a comment letting me know what else you guys want to know or what else you guys want to see from my channel, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you guys, and see you next time.